Hello friend, today we will discuss about the air refrigeration system, or it also called the gas refrigeration system. It is the second lecture in the series of refrigeration air conditioning syllabus. We will see the content of this today lecture. The content will be the air refrigeration system, assumptions of air refrigeration system, COP of air refrigeration system, actual reverse Brayton cycle, efficiency of compressor and expander, need of aircraft cooling system or requirement, advantage of air used as a working medium in air refrigeration system or gas refrigeration system, simple aircraft refrigeration cycle. Okay. After this lecture, we will discuss about the different type of the aircraft refrigeration system in lecture 3. Okay. So, what will be the outcome of this topic or today lecture? That student or person will able to understand the basic principle of gas refrigeration cycle and its COP, and also the simple aircraft refrigeration system. Okay, so this is the lecture outcome. Then here air refrigeration system. What is the air refrigeration system? So, air refrigeration system belong to the general class of gas refrigeration system in which air is used as a working medium or working fluid. Okay. Generally, the other refrigeration system, the chlorofluorocarbon refrigerant are used as a working medium, but in this system the air used as a working medium. So, this is the first point. Here the air does not go any phase change, okay, during the cycle. In other cycle, or you can see the vapor compression, where the refrigerant change its phase during the cycle or during the process in the condenser or in the evaporator, but in this cycle the air does not change its phase while the working in the whole cycle. Third point, the gas cycle refrigeration system find application in aircraft refrigeration system or aircraft cooling cabin. And also it is applicable to liquefaction of the various gases in the cryogenics application. Okay, so this is also a very broad branch of refrigeration, you can say air refrigeration system. Then what are the assumptions of air refrigeration cycle? First, the working fluid is fixed mass of air that behave as a ideal gas. Okay, so we are using the air as a ideal gas and its mass is fixed, it does not change. Second, the cycle is assumed to be closed loop cycle. Okay, there are two type of open or air refrigeration system or cycle. One is the open loop system and other is the closed loop. So, this is the closed cycle, where the inlet and exhaust process of open loop cycle being replaced by the heat transfer process to and from the environment. Okay. Third, all the process within the cycle are reversible. Okay. So, the all process are reversible if we are taking the COP of the air refrigeration cycle. Okay. The specific heat of air remain constant throughout the cycle. So, specific heat does not change. Okay. So, basic air is a working medium as a ideal gas. Second, there is a closed loop cycle. Third is the reversible process will be there, and fourth is the specific heat does not change throughout the cycle. So, the four assumptions we have taken here. Then here you will see the TS diagram and PS diagram of the air refrigeration system. So, it generally consists the four process. From 1 to 2, it is the reversible or isentropic compression, you can say. 2 to 3, constant pressure heat rejection. 3 to 4, isentropic expansion, and 4 to 1 is the constant pressure heat absorption. QR we representing the heat rejected to the atmosphere, and QA we are representing the heat absorption in the evaporator or in the cabin. Okay. Similarly, you can see in the PB diagram also, where 1 and 2 represented by the isentropic compression, 2 to 3 represented by the constant pressure. So, there the flat line is there, okay, and 3 to 4 is the reversible adiabatic or isentropic expansion, you can say, and 4 to 1 again the constant pressure heat absorption. So, their flat line is there. Similarly, you can see in the isentropic process the entropy remain constant. So, you can see in the TS or temperature entropy diagram the vertical line is there. Okay. So, it means the entropy remain constant in the process 1 to 2. Similarly, while expanding 3 to process also the vertical downward process there. So, here also the entropy remain constant. So, where the entropy remain constant, generally it is called the isentropic process. So, we have assumed that the process are isentropic. Here the TS diagram with the schematic diagram. So, it have the 4 component, you can say. First 1 to 2 is the isentropic compression. So, how it will happen with the help of the compressor. So, first component is the compressor in between 1 to 2. Second component 2 to 3 is heat exchanger, where constant pressure heat rejection take place. Third component is expander, where the expansion of air take place. So, the pressure and temperature will decrease. So, it is in between 3 to 4. Fourth is the cooler, where you are absorbing the heat from the aircraft cooling. So, it is in between 4 to 1. Next, we will see the COP of the air refrigeration system, and it is important, also it is come in the exam. So, what is the COP? We know the COP of refrigeration system is refrigeration effect divided by the work input. It is the definition. So, here we need to find out the refrigeration effect and work input separately, then we divide this. So, we will get the COP of the air refrigeration system. So, if you see here, where the refrigeration is taking place, it is taking place between 4 to 1, where the heat absorption take place. Okay. So, here what will be the refrigeration effect between the 4 to 1. So, it will be in term of heat, it will be H1 minus H4. Similarly, if you see the work input, it is between 1 to 2, where we are giving the some form of energy in the compressor. Similarly, here in the air refrigeration system, we are also getting the work in the expander, because when the expansion take place, we connect that work to the compressor. So, overall work will be decreased. Okay. So, here we need to consider 2 work. One, where we are giving the work in the compressor. Second, we are taking the work or we are getting the work in the expansion process between 3 to 4 process. So, the total or net work will be compressor work minus expander work. Okay. So, that we need to consider. So, you know the refrigeration effect and work input and output processes. So, we need to consider these process. Here you can see refrigeration effect H1 minus H4, it will be H1 minus H4 equal to Cp. H1 means or we can write the enthalpy equal to Cp T or Cp delta T. So, it becomes Cp in bracket T1 minus T4. In place of H2, it should be H4, by mistakenly it is written. Okay. So, here work input will be or work input, net work input will be compressor work minus expansion work. WC we represent the compressor work, WE we are representing the expander work. So, this become H2 minus H1, compressor work is happening between 1 to 2 process. So, it is H2 minus H1. Similarly, expander work is happening between 3 to 4 process. So, it will be H3 minus H4. So, in term of temperature, you can write Cp in bracket T2 minus T1 bracket close minus Cp bracket T3 minus T4 bracket close. So, we know that COP equal to refrigeration effect divided by the work input. So, we put this value here. COP equal to refrigeration effect is the Cp in bracket T1 minus T4 divided by the work input. Cp in bracket T2 minus T1 bracket close minus Cp bracket T3 minus T4 bracket close. Further, COP equal to, here Cp will cancel out. So, we can write T1 minus T4 divided by the T2 minus T1 bracket minus T3 minus T4 bracket. Okay. Then we take the common of T1 minus T4. So, at the top you can see T1 minus T4. Here also we can make, if from denominator you can take the common T1. So, it become T2 by T1, okay, minus 1. Similarly, here you can take the common T4, okay, or you can rearrange this actually. Okay, you can rearrange this equation T2 minus T3, okay, bracket close minus T1 minus T4. Okay. So, you take the common T1 minus T4. So, remaining equation will be like this, 1 by T2 minus T3 divided by T2 minus T4 minus 1. Okay, we cancel out the T1 minus T4. So, the COP become this. Further, we need to solve. So, further in this equation we take the common as a T2. Okay, here COP equal to 1 by T2 minus T3. So, here we will take the common T2. So, it become T2, here you will see COP equal to 1 by T2 in bracket 1 minus T3 by T2 bracket close divided by from denominator we will take the common T1. So, bracket 1 minus T4 by T1. This you can say equation 1. We know that the equations or process 1 to 2 and 3 to 4 process are isentropic. For the isentropic, we know the relation T2 by T1 equal to P2 by P1 की power gamma minus 1 by gamma. Similarly, T3 by T4 equal to P3 by P4 power gamma minus 1 by gamma. So, these relation come from the isentropic process. If the isentropic process is there, we can write these relation. Okay. So, from these relation you can see here the process 2 to 3 and 4 to 1 is the constant pressure process. So, you can see P2 equal to P3 and P4 equal to P1. So, from if the constant pressure process is there, so we can write the T2 by T1 equal to T3 by T4. Okay. So, this become, because right hand side in 2 and 3 equation become same if the constant process are there 2 to 3 and 4 to 1. Okay. So, if the right hand side is equal for the both process, then we can equate the both process. So, this become T2 by T1 equal to T3 by T4, or rearrange this T3 by T2 equal to T4 by T1. Okay. So, this relation we can put in equation 1. Okay. Then we will get, here you can see the T3 by T2 equal to T4 by T1. So, this bracket in equation 1 minus T3 by T2 become equal to 1 minus T4 by T1 bracket close. So, these term will cancel out. So, remaining will be 1 by T2 by T1 minus 1. Okay. We know that from the isentropic relation T2 by T1 equal to P2 by P1 की power gamma minus 1 by gamma. Okay. Here you can take the pressure ratio equal to RP. RP is called the pressure ratio. So, we represent this equation in form of pressure ratio, which will be COP equal to 1 by RP power gamma minus 1 by gamma. So, this is the COP for the air refrigeration system or air refrigeration cycle when we consider some assumptions like the process are isentropic and specific heat does not change. Similarly, working medium is the air ideal gas. Okay. So, this is the COP of air refrigeration system. Next, what in practically it does not happen, because ideal situation never happen. So there will be actual process. So if we consider the actual process, what will come? The efficiency will come in picture. Okay, in isentropic process we took the 100% efficiency, but in normal practical application it does not happen. So here actual reverse Brayton cycle come in picture, or the actual gas refrigeration cycle. Okay. So actual reverse Brayton cycle differ from the ideal gas due to non-isentropic compression and expansion process, and also pressure drop in cold and hot heat exchanger. Okay, or they are saying the constant pressure is also not happen in the heat exchanger and evaporator, you can say, or cooler. So if we consider the actual processes, then what will happen? So then we have to consider the efficiency of compressor expander or cooling turbine. Here expander we also set the cooling turbine for the calculation of all point temperature. Further, they used to calculate the COP and power input. So if we need to find out the COP power input, then we need to find out the temperature of all the points. So if we need the temperature of all the points, then we also need the efficiency of the compressor and cooling turbine or expander. So here we will see the efficiency. Efficiency of compressor, expander or turbine. In first diagram we will see isentropic efficiency of compressor. So the compressor is used between 1 to 2 process. Okay, so if it is isentropic, then process will follow 1 to 2s. Okay, straight vertical line upward. If it is actual, then the process will follow 1 to 2s upward. Okay, so there are two lines. One is the isentropic or ideal, one is the actual. So the isentropic efficiency of compressor define, you can write this, define as the ratio of isentropic work to the actual work. So isentropic work means ideal 1 to 2s and actual is the 1 to 2. So here you can write efficiency equal to, you can see, H2s minus H1 divided by H2 minus H1. In term of temperature it is T2s minus T1 divided by T2 minus T1. Okay, so this is the efficiency of compressor. And if you trick to remember that there are two lines, 1 to 2s and 1 to 2. So it is the ratio of always, okay, the small divided by the big lines, because it is the efficiency, so it should be less than 100%. So it will be always the small line divided by the big line, and actual line always be bigger in the efficiency of compressor. Okay. Second is the isentropic efficiency of expander. So here you will see in TS diagram, the expander or cooling turbine is fitted between the 3 to 4 points. Okay, so you can see 3 to 4s is vertical downward straight line, which is represent the isentropic process, and 3 to 4 represent the actual line or actual process. So if you define the isentropic efficiency of expander, it is the ratio of the actual work divided by the isentropic work. So here it is reverse from the compressor, because in turbine we are getting the work, but in compressor we are giving the work. Okay, so our objective will be here different. Here objective what actual work we are getting, and divide by the isentropic work. Okay, so the efficiency is the ratio of actual work divided by the isentropic work, which is the opposite of the or reverse of the compressor. Okay, so you can write here efficiency of expander eta E equal to H3 minus H4, the actual, or you can say small line, divided by the bigger line H3 minus H4s. In term of temperature, T3 minus T4 divided by T3 minus T4s. Okay, so this is the isentropic efficiency of the expander. So where we can use, if we know the temperature of 3 and 4s, you can find out the temperature at the point 4 with the help of this efficiency is given. If similarly here, if the efficiency is given, then you can find out the temperature at the point 2. So this was the basic COP and the efficiency of compressor and expander. Then we need to explain about the aircraft refrigeration system, because this cycle is used for the especially aircraft refrigeration system. So what are the need or requirement to for the aircraft cooling system or aircraft cooling? So how aircraft is heating? There are certain point. In aircraft, cooling system are required to keep the cabin temperature at comfortable level. Even though outside temperature are very low at high altitude, still cooling of the cabin pressure is required due to. So if you see at the high altitude, the temperature is already low, but it is not at that comfort level. As human being required 25 about degree centigrade temperature plus 50 to 60 relative humidity and the pressure as the atmospheric pressure. But as you go up, the altitude is high, so the pressure also become decreased. Okay, so due to this also the people will not feel comfortable, so it has to be maintained at the atmospheric level. So there are few points due to which aircraft cooling is required. First, large internal heat generation due to occupants or the person who are sitting inside, or equipment which are used in the aircraft, or electricity fittings, or you can say other appliances if there. Second, heat generation due to the skin friction caused by the fast moving aircraft. Okay, so second reason this. Third reason, at high altitude the outside pressure will be subatmospheric or low pressure. When air at this low pressure is compressed and supplied to the cabin at the pressure close to atmospheric, the temperature increase significantly. Okay, so he said the if the compressed air is supplied to the cabin where the low pressure is there, then the temperature of the that air will increase. Okay, so it need to be decreased. Then solar radiation. So aircraft also heated by the solar radiation or sun rays, you can say. So that also need to be kept outside, that heat. Okay, so these are the few reasons which required aircraft to cooling or refrigeration inside the aircraft. Advantage of air used as a working medium in air refrigeration system. As I said earlier, here we use the air as a working medium or as a ideal gas. Okay, so why we are using the air as a refrigerant or as a working medium? There are few points here. First, even though COP of air cycle refrigeration is very low compared to vapor compression refrigeration system, but it is still found to be most suitable for aircraft refrigeration system. As first, air is cheap, safe, non-toxic and non-flammable. Leakage of air is not a problem inside the aircraft cabin. Okay, so first point. Second, cold air can be directly be used for cooling in cabin. Third, the aircraft engine already consists of the high speed turbo compressor. Hence, separator compressor for cooling system is not required. Fourth, design of complete system is much simpler due to low pressure. So, maintenance required very less. So these are the few points why we are used as a air in working medium in aircraft refrigeration system. So here the schematic diagram of the aircraft refrigeration system. Here you can see from the point 2 to 3 the main compressor is there. From the 3 to 4 is the heat exchanger is there, you can say, and 4 to 5 is there the turbine is there, where the temperature and the pressure of air we decrease and we maintain at the human comfort level, and then after that we send to the cabin. Okay, so here you can see from in TS diagram also you can see at 1 to 2 there is the 1 as the atmospheric point where the outside air is available. Okay, but when it come in the contact with the aircraft, its temperature and pressure will increase due to the friction or ramming process. So here we are represent the process from 2 to 3. So 2 to 3 the air will goes to the main compressor, then 3 to 4 it goes to the heat exchanger where the temperature decrease due to the compression, the temperature is increase and we need to decrease that first. So it supply to the heat exchanger in between 3 to 4. After that high pressure air and still the high temperature, you can say, it goes to in the turbine where it expand the temperature and pressure decrease to the desired level of the human being or to the cabin of aircraft, and it cool the aircraft cabin. Here the other schematic diagram, you can see the ambient air is coming, the ramming process is there. I will discuss the ramming process in the next lecture once this is over. So ambient air goes to the main compressor, then some amount of air goes to the combustion or engine of the aircraft, and some part of the air we draw for the air conditioning unit, and this air we supply to the heat exchanger, then it goes to the cooling turbine where it is goes to the cabin. So that's all today. Thank you very much. Have a good day. And next lecture we will discuss the different type of aircraft refrigeration system.